Okay, Doug, let's anchor out. Here goes now. So this is pretty tricky, you see. You just do this, and then this goes this way. And then this goes in here. Now move over that way. There. Hi submarine friends. Well, the reason that we are here removing the submarine today is unfortunate. I was hoping to do some test dives, but I pulled a vacuum on the hull and overnight that vacuum leaked. So that means that the exhaust ball valve, which is water cooled, is failing. At least that's what I think, because nothing else should be failing from what we've done. All the valves are closed, and I mean, they've been closed, so there's no reason for a vacuum loss. So that leads me to believe that it's that valve. So I don't want to risk diving it with a leak in that valve. Now it wouldn't be life-threatening, but it's engine-threatening, because I have a way to detect when water is coming in, but by that time I could have a problem with the engine. I don't want to risk the engine, not for something like that. So if that valve has failed, I'm going to make a conical seat valve, so like a conical seat hatch, like a valve in an engine, so to speak, and it'll have O-rings on it. But the problem with that is that valve has to be at the end of the exhaust system, so the exhaust system has to be pressure proof, which means the muffler has to be moved inside the submarine. So I have to remove my whole exhaust system, which is not a big deal, chop a section out, put the muffler in, and then heat wrap it with that 1-inch thick, I don't know what it is, but it really works good. And so when I do that and I machine that valve, put it back together, we could come back and continue with testing. I would like it if I didn't have to use this lake for testing, because there's no spots in this lake for sure that are only like 10 feet deep. And that's what I want to do my first test in. I don't want to test it in 60 feet because for one, it's dangerous and it's irresponsible. And I don't want to give a black flag name to the whole homemade submarine community. So we got to keep it responsible. So anyways, we have a couple of problems today. One, we have no starter motor in the tow vehicle. It quit on me this morning after I got the truck started. I went to get fuel and it wouldn't restart. There's something wrong with the starter, so I called my brother. He had to come and give me a pull start. So the truck's running, it's going to stay running, but that means we have to connect Doug's truck to this truck, plus block the wheels to make sure we don't lose the whole shitaroo into the lake. Plus I brought my little 328 mini excavator along. It was on the trailer anyway, so I thought, oh, well, let's just bring it. Doug can haul it home with his trailer. And so if we need a little extra pull, we've got that excavator here to help. So Doug's gonna pull my truck, I'm pulling the sub, and if we have to, Anthony will get in the Bobcat excavator and pull everything as well. So fingers crossed, let's do this. You're yanking your chain again.
I'm yanking my chain again.
What? The longer you need it, the longer it takes to dig it up. The reason we just pulled ahead is I want to get the trailer onto solid ground, because further back it's mucky and I don't want the trailer sinking into the mud. So this gravel is more solid to hold the weight of the submarine. No, this sounds better. For one, I've lost that. Okay. Okay, let it tighten up. Okay, Doug, let's yank her out. Here goes nothing. Rake the beach. So what we're going to have to do is put the 328 on the corner of the trailer and pull. Let's go around the way. Okay, submarine friends, you can see we got it out. That was not effortless, but actually in the beginning, turns out Doug's truck was not in four-wheel drive. He thought it was, and then when he was backing up, it clunked in. So I think his shifter might need some adjustment. Anyways, it's out of the water. It's safe on the trailer. I'm just gonna go down and rake out the beach because we messed it up a little bit. I like to leave it the way I found it. I brought a rake, and I'm just going to take it home. I'm going to pull this exhaust system off and check that ball valve and see what's going on. Anthony, my son, just discovered that the rudder is touching on the rear cowl, so that's why I was having some stiff moments in the steering, so I can address that. So the whole purpose of doing this is to expose problems. You never have a perfect product like this first time out. Even the $1 million submarines, multi-million-dollar submarines, have to go back to the shop. So the problems we have are very, very minor. I have to paint it properly still. It needs a sandblast and proper paint, but I don't like to do that until the Submarine is 100% finished and working, because I always end up changing things. Doug can tell you that. I just seem to not be able to leave a perfectly good Submarine alone. So anyways, I probably sandblast it in the spring and paint it, because there's more testing to be done. So you can see all the rust on it and everything. But that doesn't matter. I get it home, I just touch it up right away, and then it looks fine. So stay tuned and I'll let you guys know what went wrong. My hitch, come on guys, it doesn't get better than that. And think of all the force on that thing, and it stood up just fine. That, you know, I should patent that. Maybe that's how I can pay for my Submarine activities. Ciao.